Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'm in my old scruffs, so I'm probably not looking very weddingy, but I did promise I'd come on and do a wedding look for Tria. Now, I've been having a chat with Tria, and I think she's got some ideas. I think the vibe that I'm getting is that she doesn't want to step too much out of her comfort zone, and I get that because you need to feel confident on your wedding day. It's no good wearing a look that you would never wear in a million years. You want to wear something that makes you feel confident and doesn't make you look sort of make you feel self-conscious. Hello, Helena. So I'm just going to do this look, and I'm not saying to Tria, get all the products in this look, but I'm just going to give you a look, and I can obviously have a chat with Tria afterwards about what products might be good to get out of some of these and what she could do without. Hello, Sharon. Hello, hello there, Maria. Hello there, Helena. So what I'm going to do, I've done lots of skincare, and I think that's a really important thing, is you're sorting your Lisa Eldridge lippies. Ooh, that sounds good. Hello, Stacey. So the important thing, I think, for a wedding day is obviously to make sure that you've got some really good skincare going on. So I've done my skincare, and I'm just going to put some Studio 10 Glow Plexion, because we want a nice glowy look, and this will, I always put this underneath my foundation because it's a bit too glowy otherwise, but I love this stuff. It just really makes the skin look lovely and dewy and refreshed and just beautiful. I'm going to dab a little bit under my eyes. Now, I'm not suggesting that Tria gets this, but I think if I was doing somebody up for a wedding day, the foundation that comes to my mind, I think Tria wants to use. Hello there. Hello. Hi, Tria. I think Tria wants to use her Giorgio Armani. Hello, Tria. Hello, Rebecca. So I've just put on a bit of Studio 10 Glow Plexion and said about making sure that you do skincare. And you may not want to use all these products, but I'm just going to go with a look. And I've kind of heard what you said, Tria, that you don't want to step too much out of your comfort zone. And that's important because you need to feel confident. I'm going to show you this foundation. Now, this foundation, I'm not suggesting that you get it, but if anyone said to me, make someone up on their wedding day, this is what I would use. And it is MAC. It's called Full Coverage Foundation, which makes it sound a bit not very weddingy like and dewy, but it is. It's a wax, and it's very waxy. It's very solid in there, but it covers things, but it still doesn't look like you've got a lot of makeup on. So I'm just going to take this brush here, and I'm just going to take a slight amount, and it's very waxy, so as you go like that, it really doesn't put a lot on the brush. But as you see, when I go to brush it in, it starts to cover, but it still looks like my skin. And I know that a lot of makeup artists use this for wedding day makeup. And this, by the way, is NC35. But you see, if I just, where I've got that pigmentation, I'll just do this half of my face so that you can see. It covers without it looking like you've got loads of foundation on. Exactly. But it's very waxy. And if you were to get this, I definitely practice with it because it's like a block of something quite waxy. But it spreads really well, and it doesn't look like you've got foundation on. put some on my eye because I want you to see the difference between both half of my face, both halves of my face. What about SPF? I'd always put SPF on, but you've got the flashback, haven't you, of the sunscreens. And this is where I'm kind of out of my knowledge zone. You need something that's not going to give you too much flashback. Has your Giorgio Armani got a bit of SPF? I think Charlotte's Magic Cream Light would be, if it's not going to be too sunny, or a tinted sunscreen like the one that I use by La Roche. What about like the unseen sunscreen? Yeah, come up with some suggestions there. Now, the good thing about this foundation as well is that you can use it as a concealer because it is really high coverage. But because you're not putting a lot on, it doesn't look like it's high coverage. So you can actually dab this and use it as a concealer, but it really sticks. It's not going to start spreading into fine lines. See, I can just go round right here. And it really feels like I've got nothing on my skin. See where my spot is? Gone. So this is the one that I would reach for if I was making someone up on their wedding day. So I thought I would show you this. Now look, there's that side done up. Really close up. Now no makeup. See the amount of coverage it's given me, but it doesn't look like it's not my skin. It's lovely, this, for a wedding. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. The only thing about, I've got a clear sunscreen that's a gel one, and it pills. And I think Rebecca's found that with a few of hers. So you've just got to be careful that when you put on makeup, it's not one that's going to pill. Or otherwise to use one of those sprays over the top. But use a moisturiser like the Charlotte Magic Cream Light. And then spray your face afterwards with that La Roche-Posay one. It looks like I'm putting tons on, but look, all I'm doing is that. And there's hardly any going on the brush because it's so super pigmented and waxy that you hardly put anything on the skin. Anyway, I'm taking too long now, putting my foundation on. You love the highlighter sticks. They are lovely, aren't they? I've got one here, actually, in front of me. So you can build this up, and you can keep building, and it still looks like your skin. It's a genius formula. Right, let me just use some of this as a concealer. And look, it's not creasing. I'm going to put some on my lids as well. But I've changed my mind so many times about what I'm going to do. Because I was going with pink and then you said not pink. You'd rather go for golds. Bye, Stacey. Oh, you've got to go, have you? Oh, you've messaged me. Okay, I'll have a look at that later. Thank you, Stacey. Right, this is a little, just make sure that you sort of take your concealer up like that, because it gives your eyes a lift. See, if your eyes are a bit, where the shadow is, if you just get the shadow and you just take that up, it'll give your eyes a lift. Now, I like that, and it feels comfortable, and it doesn't feel like I've got a lot on, because I haven't. But what I have got on is quite high, and this is what I love as well. You can just go around, and anywhere that you see any kind of imperfections, you can just pat it into the skin with your fingers and really target where you want to put it. Okay? Now, the other thing that is really good as a concealer is the MAC Pro Palette, but I think you said you've had some problem with MAC and breaking out. But they have the Pro Palette here, which is medium. So it's got a colour corrector in there. It's got a peachy one. It's got a yellow one. It's got slightly darker one and a cooler one and all of that. That's something else that's quite handy to have for a wedding day, because you can kind of use this to, so the yellow one you can use to kind of brighten up there. You can use the peachy one to get rid of, which one's a peachy one? This one. You can use the peachy one to get rid of the brown spots. Stuff like that. But I think this one is quite good. So, and I like that you really can aim it and keep dabbing rather than putting more layers over the top. And as you can see, it still leaves you with a lovely glow, and it dries down quite a lot. It doesn't feel too sticky. And then I'm just going to use Charlotte's airbrush powder. You missed what I was using in the compact. This is MAC Full Coverage Foundation. It's a pro product from MAC. But a lot of makeup artists use it for weddings. And it's very, very waxy. It's a very different formula to what you might be used to. But it's just very highly pigmented, but you don't need to use a lot of it. So it still looks like your skin. So a lot of makeup artists use it for weddings. Good morning, Bushra. Hello. So this is just a suggestion. Obviously, I'd just love to have Tria in a room with me so I can kind of chat to her about what she likes and feels comfortable with and what she doesn't. I'm just putting some airbrush over the top of this. And as you can see, it sets it beautifully without taking the glow away. I saw that foundation, and I saw a makeup artist saying she uses it for all her weddings, and I had to get it. And it is fabulous. I actually use it quite a lot in between videos. Now, you may want to brighten under your eyes. I'm not going to set under my eyes right now, because I might want to clean up afterwards and whatever. So I kind of ummed and ahed, because I think Tria was saying brown. I nearly went for Dreamgasm, and then I realised they've discontinued it. I thought you could still get it. But I'm going to stick with what I said, which is Pillow Talk. But I'm going to do something that I think you'll like. We'll see. You don't have to like it. You don't have to say that you want to use it. But I'm just going to go with something. And I by the way, I took Tria's picture yesterday, and I went into this app where you could try out different eyeshadows, and it's made me come up with an idea that you may not want to go with, but I know will make your eyes pop, because it looks stunning when I put it on this app. Right, I'm just going to dab some rose gold Eyes to Mesmerise on as a base with my fingers. Because I think this will look very pretty on you. It'll bring a little bit of the pinkness in without it feeling too pink. Because I know you don't want to go with anything really pink, but I think it'll look very pretty on your skin. And it'll give you a little bit of pink. And I'm kind of using it as a base. And I'll take a little bit underneath as well. I want to get a little shadow brush, a little liner brush for this. I don't like the smudge brush. It always blobs too much on for my liking. So I'm going to use a liner brush. I'm just going to take that all the way along. I've got to watch your video in a minute, Rebecca, your Patrick Tar one. I saw it pop up, the notification. I've made another 20 face masks today. Oh, I was going to show them to you, wasn't I? I will. I'll get round to doing that. Right, so there is the rose gold on its own, but as a base. And then I was going to take the 12 pan Pillow Talk palette, but I'm going to use this little set, the first one, the Day Look, because I think this is really pretty. This Day Look is quite understated, but it will look really classy. Okay, and I'm going to just take a blending brush, and I'm going to take the prime shade first, and I'm just going to cover up and set that rose gold in place with the prime shade. So this is the prime shade of the Day Look of Pillow Talk. And then I'm just going to build it up a little bit by putting the enhanced shade, so this one here, I'm going to put that halfway across the mobile lid and up into the socket. These rose gold kind of, the sort of brownie rose golds, they just, to me, scream wedding. And they're so blendable, the Pillow Talk as well. You could, you know, if you're doing your own makeup and you're feeling a bit nervous, you haven't got to worry, because they all just blend so effortlessly that you can literally just do that and they're blended in. So I'm just building it up a little bit there and there. Okay, and then I'll take a little bit of that with a smudge brush. So a little bit of the enhanced shade, I'll take that to the middle. Just so that I'm linking it up underneath. Now, I don't know if you've got hooded lids or not, Tria. I don't think you have. I'm not sure. I've got hair. I can feel a hair from that brush stuck to my face. And it's tickling. It's absolutely pouring down here. You do? Okay. So for hooded lids, I'm going to take this matte shade at the end. So it's still not too dark, but it's matte. And I'm going to do the triangle thing. Right? And I'm going to look straight on, try and relax my lids as much as possible. And I'm going to do a line out where my brow ends and then down in a triangle. That's the kind of shape. I'm just going to draw the shape in first because I can blend it in a minute. So that will just give your eye a bit of definition. So relaxing your lids, because the reason that you relax your lids is because you want to be able to see that suggestion of a socket when your eyes are relaxed. It's no good looking like that and then looking great, and then you close your eyes and it's not, you know, you relax your lids and you can't see any of it. Right, I'm just placing it, and I'm going to put a little bit of that because I like to link up whatever I've done above, link it up underneath. And now, don't worry, maybe looks a bit scary at the moment, but then I'm going to take clean blending brush and I'm going to just blend. So you just got a bit more definition in the corner. I know you don't want anything too smoky on your wedding day, definitely not. And use your fingers as well, nothing wrong with that. And then finally, I'm just going to use, with my fingers, a little bit of the prime shade to highlight under the brow there. Now, you could use Audrey pencil with this look, Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to use, Audrey would be softer. I'm going to just try this, her super brown feline flick. Or you could use Pillow Talk. I think I'd probably want to tight line, but I don't know whether, didn't you say, Tria, that you can't tight line, it makes your eyes sore? Don't do if it's going to make all your makeup run. So this is the one that's in super brown. It's a new one, but you can use Audrey. She's calling it classic brown now. And a tiny bit underneath. Right, now because it's rose gold. Did they make your eyes stink? Yeah, I think they can sometimes. I'm going to use this in my waterline. And this was recommended to me by Rebecca, and I love it, and it stays put. And it's actually rose gold. And it's by Fenty Beauty, and it's called She a Problem. But this stays put. It's really good formula. And will go really well with this look. Now, I'm about to throw in a wild card. You don't have to go with it, but if you're having a practice, I just urge you to try it when you're practicing, because when I put this on your picture on this app, it made your eyes immediately pop, right? And you're going to think I'm a bit nuts, but it is a Charlotte Tilbury trick. So I'm going to show you, but this will definitely work with your eye colouring. I just need, yeah, I'm going to need a sharpener. Right, so this is a little bit of a wild card. I'll do it on one eye. It definitely, I know it's going to work on your eye colouring. It probably will on mine. This is Elizabeth Violet. Yes, it's purple. And you're going to think, what? But what I'm suggesting is you just take this and you trace it about halfway along and then a bit underneath. And that purple is just going to bring out. You can take it all the way along if you want, but you don't need to. The purple is going to really bring out the colour of your eyes. I'm just going to blend that out in the middle so it blends away to nothing. And I think it looks even better when I put it on your photograph, Tria. It really made your eyes pop. Because although browns look good, when you've got dark brown eyes, you've got brown against brown, the eye won't see this. Someone looking at you won't immediately think she's got purple on her eyes. But it will contrast. So although it won't be noticeable as purple, it will contrast with your eye colour. And it will just make them stand out. Make them zing a bit. So this is Elizabeth Violet. Fenty do one as well. I've got Perpetrator, which is lovely. I'm just taking that out and giving it a little bit of a flick. But it should make, I was going to do one eye to show you, wasn't I? But anyway, that's that. Now I'll just put some mascara on. I've got this sample of, Huda's. I'm so tempted to get the Pat McGrath one, but I do like the Huda one. The only thing is, you know, in the samples, she doesn't mark which one is the curling one and which one is the... I think I can tell when I open it from the brush. Yeah, this is the volumizing one. I'll put that one on first. Now, are you saying, Rebecca, I think I asked you this yesterday, but I can't remember if you answered or not. I think you had to go. Sorry if you have answered me. Would you, Huda Beauty or the new Pat McGrath for curling? Because I need a good lifting mascara. Which one would you say is best if I was to buy one for lifting my lashes? Lifting and lengthening. Pat. Okay, I might, Pat. Okay, I might treat myself then to the Pat McGrath one. I'm tempted to get, she's got a Midnight Sun. I think someone from here bought it yesterday, a Midnight Sun palette on offer at the moment. Yeah, I'll show you there's a purple Fenty one that would work really well with this as well. Let me see if I've got it here. So if you wanted to use Fenty, because Fenty's are really good and they don't smudge. I think sometimes Charlotte smudge a little bit, to be honest. What's that come off from? So this one's called Perpetrator. I'll just swatch that next to the rose gold. Let me put that one. Perhaps got a bit more zing to it, actually. Let's do that one. And at least it won't smudge. Right, now, let's do the other side of the Huda one. So that's that. Now, I haven't put any bronzer on. Bronzer is a personal preference, how much you want to wear on your wedding day. Some people don't like to wear a lot. Some people like to wear a lot. I'm just going to use the airbrush bronzer with a big bronzing brush. And this is shade Tan. I haven't done my brows. Let me just quickly sweep them. You'll probably want to take longer on your brows on the day, but I'm just going to quickly sweep these up. I'm going to use precisely my brow. Charlotte's got a little saying, hasn't she, about brides and brows. And I can't remember what it is. Oh, is there a code? So you've all got the Pat McGrath mascara then? Right. Now, for the blush, I wasn't sure. I'm going to use a mixture of powder and cream. I'm going to do the powder first. And I thought for the powder blush to go with this look, I'd use the original Pillow Talk, because I think that looks really pretty with it and it'll go really well with it. Not the intense one, the original one. So I'll just do the swish. And then the pop, which is almost like a highlighter, to be honest. And again, I don't know how much contouring you'd want to do with this. You might want to contour your nose. I would probably want to contour my nose, but I wouldn't want... It's quite a soft look, and I think there's a danger of doing too much contouring. If you, for a wedding look, you don't really want to look too... You can do a little bit if you want. I mean, it's really up to your preference, and it's what actually makes you feel confident. But I thought also, on top of this, would be to put a little bit, because I think this looks really pretty, and would definitely... This is Peachgasm. So you can use this as a blush come highlighter. And it just looks really natural. And kind of juicy plum cheeks. I cracked you up. Yeah. What, doing the... show the cheeks? So I did, first of all, I used the Pillow Talk Original Blush, Cheek to Chic. And then over the top of it, that one. And then over the top, I've just used Peachgasm. You could use just Peachgasm if you wanted, or you could use both. I think this is the must of the two. So the Peachgasm Beauty Light Wand. And then I'm going to completely... I was thinking about Charlotte Tilbury. I'll use a lip liner. Don't know what lip liner I'm going to use, but I was thinking, right, you were saying pink, but you weren't sure about gold. I was thinking, if you go too fair, you'll look washed out. If you go too dark, it'll look too done up. You want something for your skin tone that's not too dark and not too fair. So I'm going to just get a lip liner first. I'll use a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. This one should do. Crazy in Love. I use Crazy in Love. I'm just going to use it to line my lips for now, because I want you to see the colour as it is. And then I'm moving away from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, you may want to go lighter, you may want to go darker, but I just think that this would really suit you. Where have I put it? Bear with me a minute, guys. Yes. The Huda one, Shaker. That's the colour. See what you think. See, for me, that's not too dark and it's not too light, that it's going to wash you out. If you wanted to lighten it a bit, you could dab a highlighter or something in the centre of your lids. But I just think that colour would really suit you. So that is called Shaker. It's Huda. It's her Demi Matte lipstick. And then, I mean, you look quite glowy already, so I don't know whether or not you'd want any more highlighter with that look. Because you don't want to overdo things. Oh, I haven't... Now, to finish off, what I would do is once you've put on all your eyeshadow and stuff, is I would then take something like the Mini Miracle Eye Wand, something that's brightening. Oh, wrong box. I keep mixing up my boxes, reaching for the wrong box. Hold on a second. And that just helped me to clean up the sides as well. And now I'm using shade 2 in this. And I've got one of these. I got this so dinky. Look at this, a blending egg. I got this from the supermarket the other day. Thought I'd give it a try. Let's give it a try. If I can get it open. Oh, I hate packaging sometimes. So many things now, you actually need scissors to open them. No, I'm not going to get that open. Doesn't matter, I'll do it with my fingers. Right, so this has got a serum one end, which is okay, but be careful because it has got potentially irritating. There's a bit of alcohol in it, which you need in terms to keep it fresh, but so this is the serum on one side. And then you can go with your, so this is shade 2. I think you'd probably be a shade 3 because you're a bit darker than me, Tria. What's happened there? An eyelash. I'm doing the concealer face now. But also, you see what you can do with this. If I do this side, you see where I've taken that line? If I do that, so I've drawn a line up to the brow and then blend that out. See how it lifts the eye? Little tricks. And it also cleans up your edges. And what this is great for as well is if you've got these a bit too pronounced, just make sure you blend them properly, because otherwise the flash will go on the camera and you'll see these 2 pink lines. And where I've got, I often put this in here, where I've got these lines just appearing on my forehead. I can kind of, it deflects the light off them, so it makes them go away a bit, not look as noticeable. And you can also use this to go in here. It's quite a handy little thing, and you don't need to use a lot of it. And I've got an awful feeling she might be discontinuing this, because it was in her sale, in a kit. There you go. And then you use a bit of spray. Now, you can use Charlotte's one, or you could use Boss Face. Boss Face will stick it on like glue. But it's very perfumed and it might make your eyes water. It is incredibly perfumed. I think if you want to play safe, if you're going to use this, try it first. Obviously, don't use it for the first time on the... Well, you wouldn't use anything for the first time on the day. But this is so perfumed that it could make your eyes sore. So, but it will stick it on your makeup on like glue. Or Charlotte's one, of course. I hope that's been helpful. But I think... Can you see? See, it's sort of browny, rosy gold. See, it's pinkish, brownish, but it's not... It's morning. It's a morning wedding. It's not too smoky. And you may or may not want to use the purple. Who does hairspray for the face? That's exactly what it is, Bushra. You're not wrong. If you want to, if you want to have a chat to me again, I'm not expecting you to go with everything that I've said, but it's just to give you a few ideas. But I think the rose gold would suit you. And I definitely try even if you don't go with it, just try the purple on the outside corners. Just try it on one eye and look and see if you saw what I saw, which is basically that it makes your eye pop. I did it on there's this app that you can put a photo on it and then you can put all sorts of makeup on. So I was putting all sorts of makeup on you last night. And the minute I put purple liner on, your eyes just went. So what do you think of the lipstick? Be honest, say, yeah, it's nice, but it's not what I'm thinking of for my wedding day. Because we can play around with that. Did you want something lighter, darker? Is that about right? Did you want it maybe with a bit more highlight in the middle? See, you could, what you can do very easily is, let me get this. It's a bit too cool. You prefer warmer lipstick. Okay, so what you could do is something like, let me just show you this. If I've got a tissue to take this off, I've got this cloth. Hold on, you could try this. Let's take this one off. Because this would look nice on you. Bear with me a second. You could use Supermodel. I love this combination. Supermodel, where are you, Supermodel? That's Hot Gossip. It's going to be a shorter one. Not Supermodel, Super Size Me. I always call it Supermodel. Use Super Size Me from Charlotte and fill in the lips. And then over the top of this, I absolutely adore this combo for myself. I wear this a lot. Over the top of Super Size Me, you can use Superstar Lips in Everlasting Kiss, which is this. That's a bit warmer. What do you think of that one? Is that more on the lines? Not quite there yet. Kind of looks like, yeah, okay. So they're so super size me lip cheat, and then Superstar Lips in Everlasting Kiss. It looks like your lips, but better. That's your combo then. To be honest, you'll use that for more than your wedding, so it won't be wasted. You know, some things that you get just for. Sorry, my eyes are starting to water now. I don't know why. I think it's because this window's open. It's not the my eyes aren't stinging. Anyway, but look, you can see. Look at this. Look at this foundation. That's the other reason that this foundation is so good, and they use it so much for weddings. Look at the tear. It's not taking any of my makeup off. Because it's waxy. It's waterproof. It's so good. But when you go into MAC, if you're looking for this, guys, you need to go into the Pro section, the Pro MAC section, because it's a Pro product. You can still buy it. You don't have to be a professional to buy it, but it won't be in the normal foundation section. All right. If you think, oh, hang on, but I'll put the link below. But this is NC35, and it is very waxy. So you need a bit of practice on how to put it on, because it feels like a very waxy cream, and you don't. Let me just show you. Let me see if I can cover that vein. But do you see how it blends out till it looks like my skin? Okay, I hope that was helpful. We'll carry on having a chat offline, Tria. And anything else that you think, yeah, but I would have liked this or I would have liked that, let me know. And we can tweak things until you feel happy with what you want. Because it's important on your wedding day that what you're wearing is something that makes you feel confident. It's no good saying, well, I think this would look good on you, and stuff what you want. You've got to feel confident. So sometimes it's a little bit about stepping out of your comfort zone, but not too much. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. I've promised to do Mimi's look this week. I'm a bit scared, but I'll have a go. Mimi wants me to do the look that I've forgotten his name, but you know who I mean. It was done on Tati. That makeup artist that does, I can't think of names today. They've all gone. All my names have gone, but you know who I mean. So I'll be doing that this week. And coming up shortly will be a review of this product. And spoiler alert, I do highly recommend it. Even though I did get this for free, I got the first product I bought, and I'll tell you the story on the video. So, I'll see you all very soon. Have a lovely day. Love you all. Mwah.